So one thing that I'm going to do every day is I come down when I collect the eggs and I'm going to feed them some mealworms. Those are high in protein and it reflects the natural diet of chicken, because natural diet of chicken is not necessarily grains. They are insectivores. So we're going to give them mealworms every day. Keeps them happy and keeps the rooster away from, from the kids. And the next thing we're going to do, we collect the eggs. And here we have our egg hutch. Now let's see what we're going to have today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They just started laying more again. As the days are getting longer, we're getting more eggs. We've 15 hens and 1 rooster, so we should be getting in prime time up to 15 eggs a day. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is whenever I collect the eggs, I make sure there's enough straw in there. If there isn't, I have a container with straw here and I'm just going to fill it up a little bit, fluff it up. If there is any debris in there, old stuff, I'm going to take it out. All right. So that's one thing I check every day. I don't refill the hay every day. I do it, or the straw every day. I do it maybe once every 2 weeks or so. Make sure there's enough in there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check on the feed. Make sure they have enough food, they have enough oyster shells, and they have enough scratch and stuff in there, as well as the grit. And we're going to check that next. So let's walk inside. That's our big boy. Huh? And I'm the only one who can pick it up, who can pick him up. He wouldn't allow that anyone else in the family, but he seems to be fine with me. Huh? That's right. All right, off you go. So here are the crushed oyster shells that we are using. They are a good source of calcium, so that's important, especially important for our egg layers, to make sure they have enough raw material to make eggs, right? Egg shells especially. So we're using those oyster shells, and we're just gonna pour 3 bags of that in our feeder that we have inside. Take these. All right, so we're gonna pour all 3 bags of our oyster shells into this feeder here, so they have plenty of oyster shells, and I don't have to do that I only have to do it once every couple of weeks. That's number 1. Number 2. And number 3. All right, so that's enough oyster shells for them. And when we purchased and built this coop, we intentionally did it in a way that would make it very easy to maintain the chickens. So we don't have to do stuff every day. We have the door that automatically opens and closes in the evening and in the morning. We have the water system I'm going to show you then. Actually, since I'm in here, one of the things that I do every day as well is I just pinch that nipple here, make sure water is running. It's a fairly automated system. It's a gravity-fed system with a pump and a heater that automatically kicks in when the temperatures drop. So all of that is automated. It lasts for months in a row. Every so often, every couple of months, we refill it if it doesn't rain enough. But that's pretty much it. But I want to make sure that everything is working, because there are components involved that can fail, it can break. So I always touch this thing, make sure there's water coming out. And that's the other thing that I do almost on a daily basis. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to refill the main feeder with the feed. And what we use is organic corn and soy-free feed from mile 4. And the reason why we do corn and soy-free is because corn and soy are super high in omega-6. an inflammatory fatty acid, and we don't want to have that stuff in the eggs in greater amounts, and definitely not in the meat for, in case we ever get meat birds. So what I do here is typically get some of that dust here out. They're gonna clean that up, and then I'll pour the feed. There would be probably space for another bag, but I only have this one here right now. I don't want to go back up, and so that's what I do. Every, I don't know, maybe once a week or so, I refill the feeder, and that's it with the food. So they have food, they have water, they have oyster shells, they have grit, which we're going to do next. And so on a daily basis, there isn't a whole lot that I have to do, other than collecting the eggs, of course. Next thing, we're going to fill up the grit. For that, eventually I'm going to get one of those feeders, but for now we're just going to have this little bowl here. You're loud. The little bowl here on the floor that I'm going to fill up every couple of days, so they have enough of the grit, so they can better digest their food. Yep, and that was it in here. Okay, next we go to the hen house. That's one thing that I do every couple of weeks or so. And in case you wonder what all that netting is, this is all making sure that hawks can't swoop in and get one of the chickens. It has been really effective so far, and so we like that netting. But what we do, or what I do here every couple of days, I open the hen house, and we use a deep litter method. So I don't clean out the hen house very often, maybe once every 6 to 8 months or so. But what I do occasionally is I just go in and turn that stuff around so it gets aerated, and it composts a little bit quicker. I mean, the chickens are doing a good job at scratching everything up and then turning it over, but I do it every so often as well. This is actually due for a change, so we're gonna do that probably here in the next couple of days. We use hemp bedding in here. That's fairly convenient. It doesn't produce a lot of dust. It absorbs very well. Doesn't really smell here. And yeah, so this is all gonna be compost here fairly soon. Goes on our pile, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What we do on a daily and weekly and annual basis. It's as I said, it's not a whole lot of work. It's significantly less work than some other pets, domestic pets, including the dog. So fairly low maintenance. Great that we get fresh eggs every day, and yeah, if you want to know more about what chicken coop we use and why we use this particular model, and see how we built our watering system that's super low maintenance, check out those other videos. I'm going to link them down below in the description. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Happy to help. And with that, we're going to wrap it up, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.